You need to shut the fuck up.
Hey, motherfuckers. This is Minx. Suck my balls.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Hi, Lieutenant. How are you doing? Aw, did you find your land nav point, Lieutenant? Good job, Lieutenant. You get a
Expert Action Badge.
put on your uniform right,
Expert Action Badge.
show up to work on time,
Expert Action Badge.
qualify on your weapon,
Expert Action Badge. Badge of Action.
find your guidon.
Expert Action Badge.
That's right, just doing your normal warrior task and drills, you get a
Expert Action Badge.
Each item sold separately. Batteries included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shit in a bag, Pogue. Badge of Action. The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio. Action Badge.
This is Ranko Tour, and you're listening to WTF Nation Radio.
Hello, everybody. It's Friday, December 22nd. Holy shit. It's almost Christmas. Welcome to Friday Night Freedom. I'm your host, Minx. I'm joined by Pookie, who you can't see because
Hey.
the bearded mountain man doesn't want to be seen. So,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. How are you, Pooks?
I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah,
How about yourself?
I'm exhausted. Okay, so earlier today, like I got off work, right? And then I so I have really hairy eyebrows. Like I get them from my dad. Thanks, Dad. But like if I let them go too long, like they start to form just one eyebrow, and then they get really long and like curly and like right, but they're eyebrows. And so I had them ripped out today.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, seriously, they were getting scary. And then like while she's in there like ripping the fucking hair off my eyes, right? She's like, "You want to get your lip done too?" And I was like, damn it. Like, God damn it. Yes. Thanks for making me feel good about myself. Shit.
Did you get your eyebrows threaded, or did you just go with the normal route?
I get them waxed. So it's
Ooh,
all
wow.
like ripped out at the same time.
It's
I know.
not that bad.
It's not. Like, it's the first... normally it's like the first one, because, you know, I'll go like 2. I try to make it to 3 weeks, but normally I can hardly make it to 2 before I'm like, like they get fucking scary, right? So about every 2 weeks or whatever, I go and get the hair ripped off my face. And the first one kind of hurts a little, and you're like, oh, it stings. But then, you know, you get over it really quickly. Tomorrow, though... Mom is gonna know my pain tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Pookie.
I have that next week.
Pookie,
Yeah.
we're getting more hair ripped out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good time. You should do it once, just once though.
I mean, I've accidentally like yanked the ball hair out once, and it should hurt like hell. So no.
No, you got to do a bunch at the same time,
The whole thing.
like a whole just strip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should do it.
I'm all natural.
Beauty is pain.
Right? Or so they say.
Right?
Well, I'm definitely not beautiful, so I don't have to worry about that.
Right? Exactly, cause it's not so bad once you build up calluses. It's true. Right? What kind of shit are they waxing you with?
Right?
Yeah.
I was just kind of like,
Right?
I could just imagine having a callus on my ball sack.
I mean, you don't know. It might happen. I've never seen that, and I've seen a lot of shit. Like today I saw something fun. I saw someone's leg, one, bend the wrong way, and two, said bending happened in a place where your leg should not bend.
Ooh.
Yeah. I hate broken bones. I hate them.
what was the story behind that?
Hi Kyle. So basically, this patient got hit by a motor vehicle
Ooh.
while driving their like little motorized scooter.
Sorry, that's
Right.
I
So
just
bad.
had
That's one way to
mental
go.
image.
Right, yeah. So patient came in and literally like the leg in the not bendy part was like, and I'm like, no. Like we're trying to hold it and it's all like jiggly and you're like, no. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Oh,
He could just
actually,
throw his palm out. Yep.
yeah, right. Actually, Robert, that's gonna be next Friday. Apparently, I'm gonna have someone who broke pretty much their entire foot, because they decided to get high, and then ride their kid's hoverboard. So now the whole foot's broken. So congratulations, you're a good job. It's been a long week though for work. It's been a very, very long week. They asked me tonight. They actually asked me today. They're like, "Hey, can you stay late today?" And I was like, "No, I cannot." It's just I'm fucking tired. Ugh. But good news is that tomorrow I actually am gonna have the honor of meeting a World War II veteran who survived D-Day and like was actually on the beaches in Normandy fucking storming shit up and lived to tell about it. And I get to meet him tomorrow, so I'm super excited about that.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah. That's what I'm doing. Oh, and then I'm working on Christmas, so yay.
Yay.
Time and a half though, so I'll take it.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yep.
Yep. What about you guys? What do you have plans for this weekend?
Go ahead, Pookie.
Oh, same old, same old. I mean, I just got that VR headset, so I'll probably be doing that all weekend.
Your Christmas present to yourself?
Yeah.
Well, me being a mom,
Right.
tomorrow night I'm having a cocktail party.
Ooh. Like
Go ahead.
How fancy are we getting with said cocktail party? Like, are we talking like dressed in the nines or like what are we talking about here?
Just a nice not t-shirt, but like a dressy top and jeans type of
Okay.
cocktail. Nothing fancy. And I'm making something called a peppermint patty and Santa Clausmopolitans.
That sounds interesting.
They're pretty good, actually.
Is-
And then, of
I
course,
mean,
the normal Christmas shit with the kids.
Hooray! Right? Exactly. Will real cocks be there?
Well, I mean, there will be people there with actual cocks, but as in, the chicken form of cocks, no. Wait, no, we're having chicken wings, so I guess so. I don't know.
So, cocks in all forms of the word. That's good. Hopefully no one's a cock, though, at said party.
I'll just show them the door.
Right. Hey, bye, Felicia. But, you guys, so tonight's guest, I'm super excited about tonight's guest. It's Tex and his buddy, and they're from Rugged Saints Outdoors, and they put on hunts, like hunting expeditions, if you will, for veterans, which is kind of why I'm wearing camo today. One, so you can't see me, because obviously I am now blended in to my background. And then two, it's cold as shit, so I'm wearing a hoodie. Fucking seriously, it was like 80 goddamn degrees here yesterday. And then I go to sleep, and like, it was sunny and gorgeous. It was a little windy, but it wasn't bad. But then, yeah, so sunny and gorgeous. And then I wake up this morning, and it's like 30 something, and rainy and drizzly and just gross outside. And I was like, why do I have to be awake right now? And then like, I get off of work, and I'm like, holy shit sticks. Like, the witch's tits are about to freeze off. Like, this is not a good thing. It dropped 40 goddamn degrees overnight.
That's Texas for you.
God, ugh. I opened all my my Christmas presents already.
Oh. Did you get anything?
Yeah, okay, so
Cool.
one, I got this hoodie from my best friend. Oh, that's another thing, my best friend moved in because she got stationed down here, so, yeah. So she's here now. I'm no longer just talking to myself or the dog. Like, there's another person here. It's great. And another dog and a cat, which, Zeus, my German Shepherd, he has always tried to, eat cats. So having a cat actually move in, it was a little touch and go that first day. Like, we kind of introduced them together, and he very gently, mind you, but he did try to bite its head. It was so funny because it was so cute and so just gentle and slow. It was he was trying to literally bite this cat's head. And I was like, no, you can't do that. So then he went and he got a piece of fur from the tail. But apparently the cat swiped him today. So yeah.
Oh, he learned
So
his
did
lesson.
he swipe right or left for the pussy?
We're not sure at this point in time because nobody saw it. But since that happened, he's kind of given it a wide berth. He still wants to go. You can tell, he really just wants to go chasing after it, but it's okay. He's gotten very, very good. So, what else has happened? I had something. My dog is not fat, Evan. He's healthy. And it's fur. He's fluffy. Assholes. But yeah,
Fluffy
yeah,
dog.
okay, so Christmas presents. Okay, so everyone knows I'm a witch, right? My mom, bless her heart, has been apparently trying to get me to convert back to Christianity for a while now. And as she's failed. She's been failing. But she the other day on my real book, she posted something about please read Revelations 21 verse 8. And I was like, no. But then I got curious because I do know from what little I remember from church growing up is that Revelations was a book of nothing but hate and brimstone and fire and the world's gonna be doomed and everyone in it. Yeah. That's that book where you're just God damn, this. I thought this was a religion of forgiveness. What just happened? But I don't ever really remember covering that book at all the entire time I grew up going to church. We just kind of glossed over the fact that book even existed. So I got curious. I was like, what the fuck does that verse even say? Well, it has something to do with, those who are magical conjurers will burn for eternity in the sulfur fires of hell. And I started laughing and was like, what the fuck? Who the fuck sends that to their own kid? Right? But then, like, I did pretty good. Like, she got me some nice stuff for Christmas. But then she sent me this one thing, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? And it was a WWJD necklace that I guess that I had, like, made when I was, again, in, like, junior high, when I was like, this, this makes sense, kind of, but I still have questions. I don't know. I'm just doing what my parents told me to do. So it was during that phase, right? And then she sent me that fucking thing, and I was like, no. Like, my roommate, she started laughing. She was like, are you kidding me right now? Nope. No.
What would Jesus do?
Right? Yeah. What would Jesus do? I don't know.
Jose.
I don't know a Jesus.
Actually, I do.
Like a legit Jesus.
Yes. My son is always like, hey, look, it's my Lord and Savior. I mean, the boy can be like, he's a pain in the ass, but sometimes he's actually pretty funny.
Right.
I know a Jesus. He works for a landscaping company.
But yeah, no, I have a lot of questions when it comes to, Christianity and all this. Like, why should I take for face value a book that has been revised and rewritten and translated from dead languages and then have stuff like omitted and taken out that one person who was in power at that certain point in time didn't want in this said book. So they took it out, rewrote everything to this one person's liking and approval, and then kept redoing that.
Oh, you mean King James?
There's that. But then, anytime a new pope would come into power, like, we got to change shit up. So I've got questions, right? And then also, if the church is so good for, everybody, and, we take care of the women. Do you, though? Like, because why is it then that women are not allowed to be in any sort of, like, leadership position? Like, and I'm talking, like, purely Catholicism right now. Like, if we get a female pope, like, talk to me then. I'll be like, all right, I might consider this. But until that happens, I'm just going to be like, no.
I want to see a pope named Jesus.
Right? Oh, my God.
That would be hilarious.
Right? No, you could literally go up to him and be like, my God. It would be fucking great. But yeah, I don't know. That's just me though. I have questions and no one's been able to answer them. So I don't know. But yeah, so that's a long like tangent from talking about our guest that's coming up here soon, because I got onto camo and how like my roommate gave me this hoodie and it's cold in Texas and fuck.
At least it's not like pink camo. Every time I see pink camo, I'm just kind of like, what are you going to hunt? Flamingos?
Well, no, deer are actually red colorblind. So anything pink, anything in the red family. So pink, orange. That's why hunters wear that fucking bright ass fucking orange. Deer can't see it.
Oh, I was thinking so they didn't shoot each other,
Well,
but all right.
Well, no, that too. But then, they chose that color specifically because deer can't see it. It just looks brown to them. I don't know how they fucking know that, but that's according to science. So obviously it can't be wrong.
Science.
But yeah. Friggin', yeah. So Pookie, where do you want to start off with news?
I don't know. You shoot first, and then I'll go with that.
All right. So apparently people are up in arms right now because they want to change the name Father Christmas to Person Christmas.
Oh, yeah, I saw this.
I shit you not.
I missed this one today.
I shit you guys not. So Father Christmas is the man synonymous with the globally celebrated festive holiday. Christmas or Yule or, fucking a shit ton of other things. So the man at the forefront of our childhood memories, aka Santa, is causing children up and down the country sleepless nights around the festive period. The man who could possibly be a man no more. So 2017 has seen a rise in the term gender fluid, a concept some portions of society have continued to be challenged by, but one that has seen great strides in its social and cultural understanding. The idea that a person doesn't necessarily identify as having a fixed gender, regardless of their biological makeup. God, this is aggravating to read, by the way. So, like, if my eyes starts twitching, this is why. So problems occasionally arise in society when accepted norms are challenged and people feel their way of life is being threatened. Unfortunately, gendered fluidity falls into the, quote, threatening category for a lot of people. Turns out there are some who see the idea of a Father Christmas being renamed to something more gender fluid like Person Christmas as a real threat to their way of life. Now let's just, take a moment to pause here and realize that this person, Father Christmas one, is formed, it's taken from the guy Saint Nicholas, right? But then who is that taken from? Fucking Odin. Like, if you really want to go back, and all the way to the origins, it's off of Odin. Odin's a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so apparently there's now a big hullabaloo about people, obviously there's a select group of people who we all know and are annoyed by who are celebrating the fact that Father Christmas and or Santa Claus is now coming out as gender fluid, apparently. Like, hell yeah, gender fluid Santa. He has a beard. Like, the fuck? I've never seen a fucking...
That's so stupid.
Right? Wait, no, I can't even say I've never seen, a fully bearded woman, because there's that one chick, what's her name, Rosie or whatever, who's got that, oh my God. And she's like, this makes me feel feminine. Does it?
Okay.
Does it really?
So, okay, we all know with the whole Father Christmas, as you said, it goes back to Odin and, the whole, and Christmas is also tied with Yule and pagans and all this other stuff. But they're getting bent out of shape for a fucking, imaginative figure.
Yeah.
That's what it is now.
Yeah.
And we all know at this fucking point, Christmas is usually accomplished by moms. Sorry guys, I don't mean to go down that route, but usually it is. But then again, but if it wasn't for our men who, go out and make a paycheck, we couldn't do Christmas. Really, get the fuck over it. Sorry.
All I got to say is there's only two genders. That's it.
Santa's Husband. The book was published.
What?
As some Cosgrove.
So the book was published by HarperCollins, and it's called Santa's Husband. Is Santa gay now?
Oh yeah, I saw that. It was it was really, really weird.
What? Since when is Santa gay? Oh, that's right. That's right. And he's got a black husband, right? They're in an interracial... Yeah. Yes, there it is. Santa is a gay man in an interracial relationship. What? What the fuck happened to Mrs. Claus, god damn it? Where the fuck did she go?
And these guys wonder why they are made fun of. Just they write the jokes themselves.
Yeah, legit.
This is one thing that I really wish stays in 2017.
It's not going to. Ugh. Santa Milo. Oh my goodness. Are you alright, Pookie?
You said Santa Milo.
That's a comment. I'm not sure who sent that, but it's someone from staff. But
I'm still trying to picture that.
Thank you, Dwayne. Jody is taking care of Mrs. Claus. Hell yeah. Well, I mean, obviously Mrs. Claus has to get it from someone and or somewhere. So since fucking Santa's decided to go to pull a fucking Milo, marry a black dude.
I mean, a woman has needs.
Right? Bitches have needs.
So is there an elf named Jody?
We don't know. Wait, who is that female elf in Rudolph? No, that was Judy, right?
Close
enough.
No, are you sure it's Rudolph or was it the Santa Claus with the Tim Allen?
Dude,
I can't remember. She brings him the hot chocolate.
Right? Oh, it was the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. Right? Was her name Judy?
Yes.
Close enough to Jody.
I mean, we're just going, with it right now, aren't we?
Right? I don't know. Exactly. Or she might have gone with the elves and or the reindeer, especially if she was, in Germany because she can get away with it. See? Tied back to my Tuesday show where we were talking about brothels specifically for bestiality.
So are you saying that the Clauses are Islamic?
We don't know at this point. They might have converted. Since, apparently that's apparently the cool thing to do these days, right? Is to convert to Islam, right?
And fuck animals?
Dude, I don't know. They say it's fine. Because there's that, but then they're also like, pedophilia. Which, that brings me into my next article. Which, I hope this guy gets shot. So, a man who has had sex, not once, but twice with a 12-year-old girl will get no prison time. So he's a convicted sexual predator, and he will not spend any time in prison for having sex with a 12-year-old victim. A decision that prompted outrage from the victim's mother. So Jeff Calasia, who's 20, pleaded guilty to a single count of lewd and lascivious behavior. I think that's right. I don't know. With a minor, but his sentencing on Monday, Judge Michael Washington imposed the agreed upon terms of his plea bargain. So Calcia originally faced up to 8 years in state prison for his acts with the girl, who attended Earl Warren Middle School in Solona Beach. So Judge Washington sentenced Calcia to 3 years in prison, but suspended that sentence and placed him on 3 years of probation instead. A spokeswoman for the victim's family rejected that punishment as inadequate, noting that the defendants routinely go to prison for simple possession of child pornography. She said Calcia drove to Solona Beach twice from Oxnard and had sex with the girl both times. Quote, "Your actions and assault have turned our lives upside down and caused a happy little girl's life to be ripped out from under her feet and be put into a tailspin of depression, isolation, and bitterness," the girl's mother wrote in a letter to the court. Judge Washington said he understood why the prosecution and defense made the deal that allows Casilla to avoid custody. The judge cited Casillas' relatively young age and his lack of any quote-unquote criminal history. But the judge also said he is not sure he completely agrees with what he called a, quote, generous offer made by the prosecution. He warned Calcia to follow all terms of his probation, including registering for life as a sex offender, submitting to a lie detector test if required to do so by his probation officer, and avoiding any social media sites that are popular with children and teens, including, but not limited to, Google Hangouts. That's a thing. Judge Washington warned Calcia that he will go straight to prison if he violates his probation. You will be in adult prison for child molestation, he said. And as you might be aware, that's not the type of charge that you're going to want to find yourself in prison for. So, Trenton, the guy was 20, going after a 12-year-old.
What state was this in?
I'm not sure.
So
It's got like a California vibe going on right now.
It does.
I don't know, like you just like when you brought up the, well, you don't want to go to an adult, prison. For a second, I thought maybe this person was in their late teens, but
No.
you said 20?
Yeah, no.
Like
20.
Wow.
They should chop the dude's balls off.
Pookie, Google where Salona Beach is.
So was this like
Oxnard.
I'm trying to, picture the whole thing from what you've read. Was this like just a one-time deal, or was he kind of like always after 12-year-olds, or did it not just say that?
I don't know. That I read the entire article.
I know.
Yeah, California.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Right.
Yeah, explains everything.
Ugh, dude, fuck California. God, I'm so glad I'm never going back.
Yeah, apparently you can get away with murder in California now, and I guess
And pedophilia.
child molestation.
So it was brought up in Facebook. So an 8-year age gap. How large was the age gap between you and your ex? Well, for me, yes, my husband is 10 years older than I am. However, yeah, no, I would not approve that. If no, that's fucked up. If I was 10 when my husband was 20, so there's it doesn't matter about the age gap. The maturity level is not there.
Right. That, and she's still a minor. So, and there was what was it? An 8-year gap between myself and my ex-husband. And definitely waited to, he was definitely of legal age before anything happened. So I made sure of that. So apparently Kim says pedosexuality is apparently a thing now.
Well, what's
sad
sad
I saw
is,
that.
yeah, and that's sad that they're trying to make that an actual, what do you want to call it? Not the gender, but sexuality.
Oh yeah, well no, they're trying to make it part of the LGBT
yes
thing.
And that is disgusting.
No, we don't want you. Fucking monsters, fucking pedos. Right.
See, it's funny is a long time ago, my uncle's a hardcore preacher, right? He's Methodist, hard in his ways, right? And he was completely anti-gay, and he's like, oh no, the gays, if you give them these rights, they'll start doing this. And next thing you know, this exactly what's happening right now is happening. And I was like, forever today, I just thought he was a bigot, but now it's clicking in my head. I'm like, maybe it's starting to make sense.
I don't know. Oh, that's right, Kyle. NAMBLA. Was it North American Men Boy Lovers of America, right? Or no, association. Yeah. What is it? I think it's North American Man Boy Lovers or Man Boy Love Association. South Park did an amazing episode on this, by the way.
I must have missed that one.
But yeah, it's an entire association of nothing but fucking pedos who are trying to get pedophilia legalized and say oh, if the child consents, but that's the whole point of it being a child, is that they are not, according to the law, they're not physically able or mentally able or mature enough to give any sort of consent. Right? That's why you've got that age of consent thing, because by 18 you should be able to be yes, or no. Does that make sense?
It makes absolute sense. But this, that whole, I don't know.
Yeah. So there's
It's kind of grinding my gears.
Right. Oh, Kim, is that true? There's a mom who's currently allowing her 35-year-old brother to be in a relationship with her 4-year-old daughter.
What?
Like, 1, incest. 2, 4. She's 4.
That's I don't understand people. I just don't understand. Like it's sometimes it's just like you ever see that meme with the professor from Futurama says, "I just want to leave this planet."
Right? I don't want to be on this planet anymore. Yeah.
That's exactly how I feel with this shit.
Ugh. Gross.
Yeah, it's just sickening in my stomach that a judge, especially a judge, should be gone. You know, just that's the idiocy that's going on right now.
Well, I mean, think about it. This is the same state who left that one dude who found that one dude, like not
Shit, I can't remember his
guilty
name.
of killing Kate. What was her last name?
S. Can't remember, but that whole thing
Steinle?
right there pissed me off. But this right here pisses me off more.
Yeah. Mm. You know, so there's that. And then this is also the same state that let Brock Turner go off free. Kind of. They gave him 9 months. Which, you know,
Oh, they let OJ go too.
yeah, and OJ. So, you know, the whole state's just fucked. Just that, like, honestly, those fires should have just burned the whole state down.
I was about to go right there. I was about to say the fire should have done a better job.
Like, you know, wait long enough for my family members to get the fuck out and then just burn the whole state down.
That's like that. I saw a joke about the Trump building the wall. He's talking about extending it around California.
They need to.
I don't know, when they talk about succession, I'm like, okay, go ahead, do it.
Right. Do it. But then every time they threaten to do that, right after they get like some sort of natural disaster, and then they come running back to Big Daddy government. Help us.
We need federal funding.
We're poor. They're one of the highest taxed fucking states ever, but we're poor. We can't afford anything because we give everything out for free. And then we have no idea why we can't afford to rebuild any of our infrastructure.
You know what pisses me off is they're all coming to Texas.
Oh, I know, right, to Austin.
Yes, and they're trying to turn Texas blue.
I mean, they can try.
And we don't want that.
No, they can try, but, you know, it's not going to happen. But yeah, oh, here's another good story. So in Philadelphia, an infant apparently was viciously attacked in its apartment by a raccoon. So a 4-month-old was viciously mauled and dragged by a raccoon Wednesday night in a Philadelphia apartment. Journey. It looks like Journey, but there's like an extra I in there. So is it like Journey? Journey. There we go. Black was sleeping in her bed when her mother Ashley took her 6-year-old son Jordan to the bathroom. Roger said she heard the sound coming from the bedroom and saw a raccoon running down the steps.
You're so fun. You're going to hell.
It's hilarious. Sorry. So my daughter, like, this sounds like a problem, but this is funny. My daughter was laying on the bed sleeping, and I went to take my son to the bathroom. We heard a sound upstairs, and we see a raccoon run down the steps. When I finally got to her, she was laying on the floor, so it had dragged her off the bed across the room, and she was bleeding and crying, and her whole face was red. Apparently the baby received 65 stitches in her face. Good God. And doctors say the baby's recovery could take up to a year. Okay, that's not funny. But the fact that the raccoon tried to eat it was a little funny. I'm going to hell. So
I'm laughing too, so don't worry.
So Rogers apparently moved her kids to the one-room apartment only a few days before the vicious attack. However, tenants in the apartment building have apparently complained previously about a raccoon infestation. And the landlord who owns the whole building apparently has no license to own the building and or rent out. Like, he has no rental license. So
So he's a slumlord.
I guess it must be different in different states because I didn't have to have a rental license to rent my house out.
Dude, I don't know. Right?
Philadelphia is one of them super liberal cities. They tax everything, so it makes sense to need a license to rent.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Right. But seriously, if they've got a raccoon infestation. Hey, Trenton, you leave my goddamn dog alone. He's not fat. Asshole.
He's fluffy.
Well, no, he's not. Fucking, you can see his fucking bones-ish, kind of. Like, he has definition. You know, his abdomen doesn't just stick out.
You should have seen my old coonhound. He was a fat ass.
But I'm sure he liked the taste of raccoon, though, so there's that.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I don't know.
I hear raccoon's actually pretty delicious. I would never eat the damn thing, but...
Right? I don't know if I could either. Like, you know, and trash pandas. They're probably hungry. That's probably why they were picking off baby. Or natural...
Rabies?
There's that. But, or this could have just been, like natural selection. Obviously this infant was not fit to survive. And the raccoons sensed this and they were like, gotta take it out.
Always a good play on Darwinism.
Right? Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to hell. And I'm alright with this.
It's weird as I heard a story a couple years back where I guess the people owned a pet ferret and they weren't paying attention to it and it like ate the baby.
What the fuck? How does a ferret eat a baby? Again, natural selection. Obviously, this kid was not fit to survive.
I don't know. Like, my sister-in-law has ferrets. Those things are fucking disgusting.
I love ferrets. They're so cute and just slinky and like... They've got so much personality. A dingo ate my baby! But yeah, freaking, oh my goodness.
Cause.
What did he do?
Zeus is in shape around his shape, right?
He is. But he's not round. I mean,
it's just sad that people are fat shaming your dog.
Right? Fuck all you guys. How dare
they?
you judge him and fat shame him? You guys are monsters. Oh my God. All right, Pookie, I've been talking for a while now. What do you got?
Oh, well, I know the tax bill got signed.
Oh, I saw that. Have you?
And like we're all supposed to be dead right now because what was it? Net neutrality was supposed to kill us, and now this is supposed to kill us, and I'm still here breathing. So I mean, it's good. It's good,
Right? Oh my God. Oh my God. Right. So they're gonna start charging you in order to see memes now.
Yes, $20 a meme.
This is true. But no, I freaking. So, have you noticed like an influx of all these like BuzzFeed-esque videos? I think, what is it called? Like Now This.
This attention ATTN or whatever,
where they've been interviewing these like heiresses or like people who are heirs to millions of dollars, and they're like, this is how the tax break doesn't affect me because I get to keep all my money. I was like, who the fuck cares? Like, you're going to keep most of it anyways. So, like, I do know that, like, with this tax bill, they got rid of inheritance tax, right? So if you're inheriting more than, like, $12 million, it's no longer taxed, right?
Interesting.
Which fucking whatever. Like, even if you were, you know, if before this was happening, you know, if you were making $12 million or more in inheritance, that would be taxed, but you would still get to keep the majority of the money, right? It wouldn't matter. They wouldn't tax all of it and bring it down to, like, you know, 12 million. You were still getting the majority of your fucking money, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now it's just, there's no tax on it. Which is what they also call it, the death tax, right? That's how, like, middle class knows it, is the death tax.
Well, of course we do.
Which, you know, middle class, if you think about it, is not really taxed a lot because middle class doesn't really have greater than $12 million. So it's not like it really affected us anyways in the middle class.
Yeah. Taxation is theft anyway, so whatever.
Yeah. So, like, you know, all these fucking heirs to these fortunes are like, this is how much money I get to keep now. It's like, God, we get it. You're fucking rich. Like, if you feel that badly for the rest of society for not
Hook me up with some cash.
right? Yeah. No, if you're a fucking heiress and you're standing to, like, inherit tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars, and you feel so bad that you have to go on social media and make these fucking videos to be like, oh, look at how much money I get to keep now. Woe is me. Like, oh, the poor little guy. Like, we should help them. Like, how about you donate some of your fucking money then? You know? Fucking give that shit away. If that's how you fucking feel, then, you know, put your money where your mouth is. Literally.
You know what's interesting is, like, all the liberals that are complaining about the whole tax reform bill, they benefit from it, like, a lot. And you don't see them just up and be like, here's my salary to help with all these other programs for, I don't know, Obamacare and the CHIP program and all these other things.
Right.
Well, I was watching C-SPAN when they were passing it through the House or whatnot, and, you know, like, C-SPAN has, like, the call-in, you know, line, Republican, Democrat, or whatever it is. Well, the Republican side seems to be more like, I'm a small business owner, is going to help me out. I might be able to actually hire people now, blah, 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 blah. And then you'd get the Democrat side calling it, well, my Medicaid, my Social Security, and it was just like, wow, dude.
Right? My government handout. Sorry, I'm eating ice. But no.
I was about to say, that sounds tasty.
Oh, it's so good. Especially because it's mixed with Captain Morgan private stock. So it's
nice.
Really good.
With Coke?
Dr. Pepper. Because, you know,
nice.
Texas.
Captain Morgan goes good with orange juice.
Does. I mean, it goes good with everything, let's be honest. But no, okay, so... What was I going to say?
Derailed.
Oh, something about, you know, how these, you know, rich kids going on about the whole, how they got 12 million.
That's right. Okay. Thank you so much for getting me back.
You're welcome.
No, okay. So what's really funny though is that as soon as this passed, because everyone, like, you know, the media was like, oh, like, these big companies are going to get hit hard, or, you know, whatever. Like, they're not going to pass down these savings to their people, blah, blah, blah. You know, and they used AT&T as an example. But as soon as it passed, what the fuck did AT&T do? They went and they were like, we're going to give all of our employees a $1,000 bonus just because.
And they raised their minimum wage to $15 an hour.
Right? So, what?
Bernie Sanders is sweating right now.
Do what?
I said Bernie Sanders is sweating right now.
Right.
Yeah, fuck that puto.
So, right? Oh my God. My money.
The thing is people fail to forget that like corporations really don't pay taxes. They make
Yeah.
that up through like, increased product prices,
Yeah.
not paying their employees, holding back bonuses, things like that. But when
I
you
mean-
lower the tax, they can do shit like that.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Also, because with the whole Obamacare, you had the penalties for not having insurance. Didn't this new tax bill just like, you know what? Canceled.
Yeah, no, I had to pay one of those penalties because, I was a healthy woman who did not go to the doctor at all. And so I was like, I don't fucking need healthcare because I don't get injured. I don't get sick. Like, if I do, it's a fucking cold or the flu. I know how to fucking fix that, right? Like, I'm kind of an adult, but I know how to fucking take care of myself when it comes to the cold and the flu. So, right? Thanks, Lewis. Merry Yule to you. So.
Oh, yes.
Right? Yay! The winter solstice. Derailed. Winter solstice was yesterday, so the days get longer now. So, yay, the sun's back. Anyways. Fuck. What was I saying?
Obamacare.
Oh yeah, so
flu
yeah,
shot.
oh my god. Okay, so yeah, no, I freaking I had to fucking pay that shit when tax season rolled around. They're like, we can take it directly out of your fucking refund, or you can pay this fine. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Because I refused to sign up for something I wasn't gonna use, and at the time I wasn't working, so it's not like I could fucking afford to pay close to $300 a month for something I'm not using when I don't have an income at the moment. Like, fuck you. No. But yeah.
Oh, you're getting off easy. They wanted me to pay like $800 before I started getting covered by the VA, and now I don't have to worry about that shit.
Right.
But whatever.
Ugh.
So before my husband joined the military, we were paying $1,000 a month for family coverage. And then before anything like testing or anything could be done, we had to meet a $10,000 deductible. This is before Obamacare. And now, like, from my understanding, like, families who have, dealt with that, like those, like they've even gone higher. Like my parents are paying $1,500 a month for health insurance since, Obamacare started, and they have a $15,000 deductible.
God.
So before they have any surgery or anything, they have to cough up $15,000.
Well,
So how is that helping? Like, then they're
That's
middle
not so-
class, like,
So affordable.
right?
Y'all, if we keep talking about this, KJ's gonna call in.
Okay. What's the next
okay.
topic?
This is just-
But no, it's break time actually, because we gotta get ready for our guests. We're gonna have I know Brandon, friggin' I know I sipped that drink good. Don't be jealous. But anyways, no, we have to get ready for our guests, and that is Tex from Rugged Saint Outdoors. And so so we are gonna take a quick break, and we shall be back here in about 6 minutes, and about 6 minutes. So everybody stay tuned, and especially like if you guys know hunters, freaking share this video, because everything that we're going to be talking about in the next 30 minutes to an hour is going to be about hunting. And so it's going to be a good show. So stay tuned. Do-do-do-do.
Noon. Gotta get it together, I gotta stay in tune. Same time's against me, but I hate to rush. Gotta keep it between the lines until I hit the dust. the state line. It's a daily ritual, this game I play. In the life of a shadow man with a debt to pay. Hit the gravel with my hand on the radio. Here I am again, driving on the road to nowhere. My mouth is blurry and my vision's dry. I'm looking at the world again through bloodshot eyes. It's a daily ritual, this game I play. In the life of a shadow man with a debt to pay. Hit the gravel with my hand on the radio. Here I am again, driving on the road to nowhere. Just like this life that I lead, it might not take me anywhere. But I was born to travel along this lonely road to nowhere. Hit the gravel with my hand on the radio. Here I am again, driving on the road to nowhere. Just like this life that I lead, it might not take me anywhere. But I was born to travel along this lonely road to nowhere.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Fucking answer your phone, AK. God damn it, answer your phone.
I heard somebody talking about anal sex on the radio, so I figured I'd give my story. Give me a call back. Alright, bye.
Hello. I don't know what you're trying to do with all these British accents, but I'd really like it if you could call me back so I could read something for you. Bollocks. I just burnt my hair with my, rolled marijuana. Stupid strawberries and crumpets. I don't like it. Have a good day.
Hey baby, you gave me your number in the fucking bar. This is fucking Lewis. How you doing? Don't know why you ran off in such a rush. Yeah. I know you're digging my vibe, baby. Just give me a call back. You know the number.
Go fuck yourself, Bobby.
Hey, just wanted to talk about your guys' radio show and how awesome it is and the other guys sucked. Anyway, yeah, make America great again.
I don't know how to use this. Roll videos.
Put the monkey down. Oh, God. Never mind. Hey, brother, we need to get your show nationwide on this Sirius radio or satellite or something. kind of hard to watch it when it comes on this damn little cell phone. Let's see what we can do to get you nationwide. Love to see you. Love to hear you. Continue on.
You guys need more fucking lines if they're all busy.
What the fuck?
Get some more. Let me shit in your mouth.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Hello, everybody. It's just me and Pookie and Mom right now. Our guest's trying to call in. We're having some technical difficulties. So yeah, hopefully he calls in soon. But Pookie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Talk to me, Goose. What's going on?
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about that PlayStation VR that I bought. Right? I almost ate dirt. Put the headset on, and I lost like all like senses, and I almost like killed myself.
What?
Yeah, like it was so overwhelming that I was standing up, and I got the Skyrim bundle, so I'm playing Skyrim, right? Well, I'm playing around with it, I'm getting into it, and I accidentally I'm trying to figure controls out, right?
Yeah.
And I hit the map button, and the world map popped up, and it felt like I was flying like instantly, and I was like, and like you see them people like eat dirt on like the videos on Facebook and stuff like that.
No, I haven't.
Literally me. Oh no, I freaked out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I almost like destroyed my TV twice now. These things are dangerous. I'm telling you.
What?
But like the first time you boot it up and it gets in, like you put the demo disc in, first time it boots up, you're like, holy shit.
Oh my god. That's so funny.
You definitely should try it. I mean, if you haven't played around with one, you definitely should find someone that has one and play around with it, because it is legit.
I don't want to die though.
It'll freak you out. It takes a while to get used to it. Like I have to keep telling myself that this is not real. I'm standing on the floor, and then sometimes I'll be like playing, and you can move around and whatnot. Like I'll like take the headset off, and I'll be like 10 feet from the TV, and it freaks me out because I just like magically like transported. Didn't realize that I walked like 10 feet away from the TV. It's fun. I just can't wait till they start like adding more games for it, because there's one game that's coming out that I'm waiting for, and I can't wait for it.
Which game?
It's called Moss.
Moss?
It's Moss. It's a puzzle kind of fighter side scroll kind of game, but it's virtual reality. You're like a water spirit, and there's this little mouse, and you control a little mouse, but you're also like controlling like the environment. All right, like you have to help the mouse get through, like there's big objects that the mouse can't move, so you actually reach out, grab the objects, and move it to help the mouse get through. It's pretty legit.
What?
You're like confused right now.
No, that sounds so weird.
There's this one. It's called Dino Rancher. I don't know if you ever played like the Sim City games or whatever it is. Oh wait, hold on.
Oh my god.
It's insane.
Right. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great.
So we're on the air right now. So who is this?
This is Brandon McInnes with the Rugged Saints, Rugged Saints Outdoors.
Oh, Brandon. I'm trying to get Tex in here.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Oh my god, there you are.
Oh, there you are.
Ah! What's up, dude?
What's going on?
Not much. Okay, so everyone, the reason I'm getting so excited is because Tex and I like actually legit know each other and like in real person, and like we were stationed together. And he's a good dude.
Oh yeah. What's going on? You doing all right?
Yeah. How are you?
I'm sitting here drinking a cinnamon toast crunch mixed drink right now, having a great time.
Go on. My curiosity is piqued. What is this cinnamon toast drink?
It's mixed with rum chata, vodka, and Kahlua cinnamon.
What the? That sounds so good.
It is. It gets you. Can you say the F word on this thing?
Fuck yeah, you can.
You can drop whatever F bombs.
The only
it gets you fucked up quick.
Yeah,
so.
no. Okay, so the only F word that you're not allowed to say rhymes with baggot.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's the only one. Mixer gets a little unhappy when we say it. They threaten to ban us.
Got it. Understood.
They're a bunch of baggots. But yeah, so Rugged Saint Outdoors. Like, tell us all about it.
All right, so who all do we have on here?
We have Facebook Live, Mixer, YouTube, or like on the call. Because on the call, it's myself and Pookie and Mom.
Hey!
Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
I'm so bad at introductions.
Are we able to get McKinnis on the call or no?
Yes, he's here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure that my boy was on the call. So, but Rugged Saints Outdoors. First of all, I appreciate y'all having us on. This is an absolute, honor for us to be on this this Nation Radio, to be able to share, what we're doing with, for our veterans and our underprivileged kids out there. It's all about giving back and helping, and our nation's heroes. And I'm fully retired now, so it's a cool thing to sit back and look at the next generation of veterans and the ones that have served even further back than me, and be able to give thanks to those that have done way more than I have, and are suffering from so much more than even I am, and give them so much more relief and healing in the outdoors, and that's what Rugged Saints Outdoors is about. Rugged Saints Outdoors actually started, and where Brandon McKinnis comes in. Brandon McKinnis is the founder and president of Rugged Saints organization. They started the organization obviously to help veterans and underprivileged children of military families within local communities that don't have certain things or can't afford certain things. They started certain programs within the communities, like, and he can speak more to this, obviously, like, there's programs they have like going on right now called, Rugged Santa, where they raise money and funding and get donations and hand out Christmas gifts to kids that of military families and stuff that just can't, and within the community, et cetera, that just can't afford it. And it's a great way to give back and show our support to our military. And but what we did is Brandon and I, we actually teamed up and started working together. Obviously we've been working together for quite a few years, but he asked me to come on board full time with him and said, hey, look, we really want to do this full time with the veterans and get out there and do more hunting and fishing and outdoor excursions, and said, hey, would you mind coming on board and we can expand it and do a Rugged Saints Outdoors, and help running this organization piece for us and getting our nation's heroes and our veterans out in the outdoors and actually create healing and therapy with them in nature, with hunting and fishing in the outdoors, and that's where Rugged Saints Outdoors really started. And we're very new. It's only a few months into it, and 2018 is really our kickoff, and we're excited.
Right? You guys literally just became like a thing not that long ago.
We that's right. We really didn't. I mean, Rugged Saints has been doing this for years with kids, but Rugged Saints Outdoors, when it comes to the veteran aspect, and not just the veterans, we want to really venture into kids and military families, because I'm sure there's kids out there in military families that certain veterans that maybe don't hunt, but maybe their kids are a little bit older, or maybe they want to get out in the outdoors and experience things, maybe fishing, maybe not hunting, but maybe fishing, or there's a lot of different opportunities that we want to expand into eventually, to help assist veterans and military families and kids of military families, just to help the whole aspect of the whole thing, and that's where the outdoor piece, Rugged Saints Outdoors, comes in, and that's kind of how we got teamed up, and we, to kick everything off for 2018, we have some really good hunts coming up that we're going to kick off. We have a really kick-ass hunt that we have coming out in January next month. On the 20th and 21st, we're going to be down in Eufaula, Alabama, and we have a veteran that we were not going to name at the moment. We'd like to come back on, obviously, potentially, and share the experience, maybe some pictures and stuff. And we're going to take a veteran down there. And the reason I'm not going to name it, because I want to make sure I have, that veteran's permission.
Yeah.
But we're going to take that veteran down and do some late season deer hunting, hog hunting, and have a really good time. We're going to see if we can invite some of our friends in the industry and that we have out, and see if they can come on out and hang out with these veterans and just kind of show their appreciation. Then we have another really cool hunt back obviously in Texas. The let me see, 17. Look at my calendar. 17th and 18th of March. We're going to be down in Fredericksburg at a huge exotic ranch down in Fredericksburg, shooting up some exotics down there, having a great time with a couple great heroes. So, we're really looking forward. That's the first two hunts kicking off this year, not, right before turkey season, and we're excited.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun. Okay, so quick question. Where are you guys located?
Well, Rugged Saints is I'm going to say Rugged Saints is actually the base camp, if you will, is located in Central Texas in Killeen. And obviously, Matt can, Brandon McKinnis, Matt can speak more to that. But we're really spread out across, myself, I'm a Texas bred, obviously, they call me Tex. Obviously I was born and raised in, they're in Texas, obviously, but, I'm actually on the East Coast. Georgia's my home. So I cover all the Georgia, Alabama style states, for Rugged Saints Outdoors. And, but the base camp for Rugged Saints, like I said, we are a 501c3 nonprofit, 100% tax deductible organization, but we are spread out across the entire United States. So this is a great opportunity for the organization to expand, because, we want to expand our organization into multiple different states across the U.S. because, there's lots of opportunities and tons of veterans in every single state across the U.S.
Mm-hmm. So how do you go about, what all do you guys offer these veterans, and how do you go about helping them?
Well, what we do is we have I'll say very stringent, screening process, if you will. We have to make sure that they're vetted properly. We have to make sure that they, I guess, to make it fair to the audio audience, viewing audience, that we have to make sure that they are who they say they are, because there's a lot of people in today's society that say, "Hey, I'm a vet," and they're really not.
Yeah.
So, a DD-214, we throw it out there. How we really want to run this organization is we want to throw it out and kind of leave it open on Facebook and say, hey, look, we're a new organization, want to help people, want to help veterans. If you know somebody in your community that may need some help, or that is wants to hunt, wants to fish, that could benefit from just a little bit of therapy to get out in the outdoors, a little relaxation that you think could possibly help them with some, regeneration of their daily activities, to help them in their healing process of life. We want you to apply or send them. If you want it to be a surprise, that'd be awesome. And we'd love to surprise them and get to that point in the organization where we could surprise them with a hunt. But before we get to that point, we want to get to the point to where we can just have them apply. And how we're going to do that is right now, just, hey, send us some information. We'll contact them. We have an application process, which we're about to post on our website, and it'll include that you're going to have to submit a DD-214 to claim. If we can't fill wounded or disabled veteran actually hunt from a veteran that's out to the DD-214, and that's something Brandon and I have discussed about. If we're in a community area that has an actual military base, we will open it up to an actual military service member. That obviously we're going to look at wounded and disabled veterans first. And the reason we say that is some of these veterans don't have the opportunities that some of our active duty service members have. And I know that being active duty, prior myself, before I medically retired. So once you get out, sometimes you don't have these opportunities. So, but if they're not able to fulfill, we can't get an applicant.
You still there, Tex?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. So question from Facebook Live. So is this strictly for vets, or is it available to veterans' family members as well?
We really want to encourage our veterans and our families to take this moment and actually, share it together. So as we grow over the next few months, and depending on how fast we grow, our goal is, and obviously Brandon, McKinnis can chime in if he wants to, but what we want to do is how him and I have discussed and envisioned this is we want the veterans to experience this, not just for the veteran, but it's really a family affair. How I see it, and how Brandon and McKinnis and I have discussed this, is we really want it. We would personally love for that spouse, whether it be a wife or a husband, to join their significant other on this hunt and experience that healing process. So, example, if that, or in a sense, depending on the situation, we have to stick to certain strict guidelines because we are vetted through the internal.
And like Tex mentioned earlier, we are all about the families. So there are surely going to be military families' kids that are going to be interested in hunting. We're definitely a family organization first. One of our earlier projects is Rugged Santa. We actually started out helping military families that were kind of going through a rough patch around Christmas, making a good Christmas for their kids. Our main focus for that is in the Fort Hood area here in Central Texas, where we're based out of. So we've been doing that program for about 4 years. And, that's specifically focusing on the kids for their needs and making sure they have a really good Christmas.
So the person who asked that original question, his name is Trenton. He says that he's a Purple Heart recipient, but he's still mostly physically capable of doing pretty much everything himself. His father, however, was in a severe four-wheeler accident and can no longer hunt himself anymore, but he used to love it. And that's why he was asking if family members could come as well.
So
yeah, we have. We have opportunities available for that. If he wants to contact us, we can definitely work something out. We have several ranches that work with us between Texas and the Georgia, Alabama area.
Okay.
And I think that's awesome. Like Brendan said, I mean, that's definitely what Rugged Saints Outdoors is about. I mean, definitely that veteran, him and his father. I mean, obviously they need to share this experience and have this time together.
Yeah.
So, I mean, being able to get back out in the outdoors and hunt and fish and just experience nature together is exactly what we're about. So absolutely. I mean, that's exactly what we're about. We'd love to have, get them on some sort of an adventure, an excursion, if you will, together and get them out in the outdoors together. Absolutely.
Pookie, I know you've got some questions, and I've been hogging them all.
It's good. You said your application process and everything. So when you get let's say an applicant or whatnot, you decide to hunt. I know there's like regulations like licensing and stuff like that. How do you deal with that?
So what we do is obviously we are strictly all donation ran organization. We're funded by strictly donations or whatever we put forth out of our own pockets. So the more donations that we can receive, obviously, the more that we can, help and more veterans obviously can be more, benefit, and kids obviously can be benefit from our services. And like Brandon said, we have a lot of different ranches and different areas that actually help us and reach out and say, hey, look, come on out, bring people out, and we'll sponsor and do whatever we need to. But like you said, there's financial, obligations that are incurred by this hunt. It's not 100% free. Like a ranch may say, hey, come on out, we'll sponsor a hunt, but we can't get around the Department of Natural Resources in that particular state. Game wardens and all that, they don't give us free hunting license. We still have, and it really depends on that particular state. It could range anywhere from $50 to $500, $600, $700, depending on where we go for a hunt, depending on what state it is and what particular game we're hunting for one license fee. So what we do is we actually cover all expenses on our hunts for our veterans. It's 100% all expense paid excursion for our veterans. We cover, all. What we like to do is we get the veteran and say, hey, look, here's the location. All you need to do is show up. You show up to this location. We try to get the veterans that are a little closer. Example, the one that we have in Alabama, we actually try to get somebody in the local area, Georgia, Alabama, area and say, hey, look, here's the location. All you gotta do is show up to this location. Is that good with you? Yes or no? And they show up. We cover food, we cover lodging, we cover license fees, harvest, meat processing, everything. And they have a great time, and it's just like, it really is. It's just like being in the military. Like, we're all back in the military and we serve time together, just having a good time, having a couple of drinks, by a campfire, ragging on each other and telling stories and memories. And that's pretty much all it is. And it's kind of battle buddy stories. That's pretty much all it is.
Now with future, like you said, future hunts coming up. You said you had some exotics planned, but do you have any like big game like moose or anything like that planned down the road? Maybe.
We do. We definitely have options available to us. We are always open, if you will, to, and that's one of our biggest things, and being on this, national radio station as well, and trying to, obviously broadcast as far out as we possibly can to get our name out there, because we want to expand, because the more ears that we can reach to, the more people, people know people, let's just be honest. And in my community, I may know a couple people that may know some ranchers or some landowners that have, X number of acres to hunt on that may allow me to hunt. But if I say, hey, look, I got a veteran, can I bring a veteran on a once a year to hunt? Absolutely. All right, cool. I'll contact, Rugged Saints Outdoors and say, hey, look, they're going to let me bring a veteran on once a year. All right, cool. I'll go ahead and bring one veteran on, and we'll coordinate to have a rep within that area that will be there once a year and coordinate with that ranch to coordinate all logistical aspects of that particular hunt. And that's kind of how we build our relationship status with these ranches. And we build a good rapport with these ranches. So when it comes to like moose hunting and all that stuff, I mean, we've done smaller scale stuff behind scenes with Rugged Saints before, to see how things were going to pan out prior to opening up Rugged Saints Outdoors. Mm-hmm. And we have done some moose hunts. We've done some smaller elk excursions, and we do have some ranches, but again, we want to get our name out there. If anybody knows people that know people that know people kind of thing, like a tree, if you will, with branches, we want to get our name out there so people can actually spread the word about Rugged Saints Outdoors and open more opportunities up for us.
Now, speaking of getting your guys' name out there and really launching your brand, if you will, Tex, I did accept your invite to like your guys' Facebook page, and I noticed that you guys are doing a little raffle right now, which I'll admit I bought a good number of tickets for, but I kind of want to get that out there for every one of our listeners so they can also join in on said raffle.
Well, Brandon, you want to talk on that, please?
Yeah, for sure. We had a big local sponsor, Marksman Firearms. They have a couple places in Texas, and they were gracious enough to donate a Ruger AR for our very first major fundraiser for this outdoor program. So we are doing a raffle right now. It's $10 a ticket. We have a limited number of tickets available, and they are selling out fast. So we wanted to make, there's only 400 tickets. We wanted to make the odds of winning pretty good. The second place prize is also a Rugged Saints Outdoors hunting gear bag with all kinds of hunting goodies in it. But you can check out our Facebook page or our website, ruggedsaints.org. Both of them have links to the raffle where you can buy tickets online, and there's still some left. The raffle is up on December 31st, and we'll do a live drawing on Facebook. And at that point, depending on where the winner lives, if they're in the Texas area, they can claim the firearm at Marksman Firearms, or we can ship from FFL to FFL.
I've had such bad luck with raffles all year. I'm just hoping I get, at least third or second. Would I like first? And hell yeah, who doesn't want a brand new rifle? But
I mean, this is close to, with all the stuff. This is, over $8, $9. Close to $1,000. Weapon. This is an absolute amazing AR that Marksman has graciously donated.
Yeah.
For us, and it's a badass weapon. It really is.
and I want it.
It's awesome. It's a cool weapon. Who would not want this particular weapon? It's badass.
Ruger makes good AR platforms.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, it's really cool, and like I said, $10 a ticket. This is the way I look at it. Hey, yes, your odds are in there to win a ticket, but if you win, awesome. If you don't, you're helping a veteran. That's where the money's going. The money's going to help for these hunts. And the cool thing is when you put your money into this organization to assist, you keep looking at our Facebook page as we build for 2018, and you're going to see our hunts, and you're going to see video footage. You're going to see picture footage. You're going to see, harvest footage of our veterans and testimonials and stuff, and just, you know, stuff like that. And you're gonna, you know, for me as a veteran too, and to me it speaks volumes. It really speaks to my heart and says, you know what, hey, that means something to me. My $10 or $20 or $30 or whatever is, you know, hey, cool. If I want a weapon, that's awesome. If I didn't, then at least I know that I supported that veteran right there that just had a great time on that hunt.
Well, I mean, you know, even if you don't win the weapon, even if you get that bag full of, you know, hunting gear, like that's going to be an awesome prize too, because, you know, let's face it, hunting gear is not cheap. So,
no,
you know, there's that.
It's not.
And then I can't remember. There was like a 3rd and 4th place, right?
Yeah, we have some hats and T-shirts that we're going to be giving out too. That way, you know, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for prizes to win something.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, like, see, like I keep checking back, and I'm like, when is, like, it needs to be the 31st already, and then I keep going and buying more.
Well, the cool thing is we really want to push it, because, you know, we're really trying to start hard. We're not trying, you know, it's a great time to start it. It's bad time to start it. It's kind of both, because it's the Christmas holidays, but at the same time, we really want to push our name out there and really kick off hard at, you know, 1 January 2018. But, you know, we really worked hard on our website and getting it kicked off to where in 2018 we can really push hard for Rugged Saints Outdoors, our veterans, nation's heroes, you know, the support that they need to getting in the outdoors, and then our, you know, the kids of our veterans, you know, just the help that they need that to help them with Rugged St. Christmas, you know, the Rugged Santa and all that stuff that I mean, that right there, they've got some amazing stuff that they're doing right now with Rugged Santa, and obviously Brandon could speak more to that because he's in Texas. They're about to, you know, distribute a bunch of presents to some amazing kids, but we're doing some great stuff, and that's where your donations are going. And we've set some really good guidelines on our website where you can either donate, you know, a one-time donation, you can do a recurring donation, to where you can set it one time and just forget it, and every month it comes out, and you know that you're supporting veterans, and that's really what counts.
Definitely. Pookie.
Okay, I know you said you guys work with a lot of ranches and stuff like that. I live in Virginia, right? And the issue I love hunting. I love it. I used to own a decent plot of land a while back. But do you guys like work with like say like hunting clubs or anything like that to help veterans get back into hunting and anything like that?
We do. You know, if a veteran actually reaches out to us, we are going, between Brandon and I and our team that we've got spread out between Central Texas and the East Coast, we've got them spread out. We are going to do our best between our resources to help that veteran get the help that they need, whatever it may be. If they want to get into a hunting club, you know, here in Georgia, I've actually helped personally a few people get into some hunting clubs. There's a hunting club that's about 10,000 acres out here, over about 5 different ranches. And I've had some people since I've been here, kind of, I won't say under the table, but outside of, you know, before we launched Rugged Saints Outdoors, that have actually reached out to me, that I've been talking with, and I've helped them get involved with different, you know, different clubs to get on their books to actually get them back in the outdoors. So yes, we do. I actually, up in your area, Virginia, I have some good buddies I got a good buddy who's a retired command star major up there on the Virginia-Pennsylvania line, who lives up there. He got a farm, and he's got a lot of connections up there as well. So we've got a pretty wide range of connections across the United States. I mean, obviously we're not selling ourselves short. We're always open-armed, looking for more. If anybody wants to help out, we're never going to turn nobody down. But but yes, we're willing to help out anybody that needs help.
I think one of our strengths also is that, we're always open to work with other organizations. And sometimes in the nonprofit sector, you don't see that a whole lot. A lot of people want to keep their operations close to the vest. I'm not sure if it's just to claim all the grandiose of it, but we definitely try to connect with as many other organizations as we can, because that just expands our outreach and allows us to do more.
Mm-hmm. Now you guys said you also do fishing trips. Are you going to be focusing more on freshwater, or are you going to also do saltwater?
We've got quite a bit of, and that's really the cool thing. I'm glad you asked that question, because we've got quite a bit of connections either in the Gulf of Mexico. We've got connections. I've got quite a bit of connections down in the Florida Keys. It really just depends. We're going to do saltwater, freshwater. We're looking, Brandon and I have been talking. We're looking probably if we can pull it off this summer to actually do a bass tournament, either in Texas or out here in Georgia, or both, if we can pull it off in time, and actually pull some of the bass clubs. We actually have a really cool bass club that's out here in Georgia, and there's some big lakes like Lake Eufaula. They've got some huge bass clubs that are out here, and we're looking to team up veterans with like freshwater bass clubs, and you're looking at 50, 60, 70 bass boats. And our project is we're looking at trying to get maybe one veteran per boat.
Oh, nice.
And and if we can get one veteran per boat and try to get some sponsors per each veteran, I mean, that's really what it's about. We're not, Brandon and I, we're not in it to make money. That's not what we're about. We're about it to help that veteran, and that's what we're in it for, to show that veteran's getting the support that they need, and that they got the help they deserve.
So another question from Facebook Live: do you guys take volunteers to come out on their off time and help out?
Absolutely. I mean, this whole organization is based on volunteers. All of our members are volunteers. All of our guys that are core members, they have regular 9-to-5 jobs and families, and we just all do what we can in between. So absolutely. I mean,
that sounds so familiar.
Yeah, volunteers are a huge part of what we have going on. Even for our Rugged Santa project, I mean, we have a lot of volunteers come out just to wrap presents and things like that. So there's always something that we need help with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you like to sign up to come out and volunteer and help out with you guys? Do you go to your same website, and is there a volunteer tab on there?
There's not exactly a volunteer tab. There is a membership portal kind of, but if they just want to contact us through the website, ruggedsaints.org, or through Facebook, we can definitely coordinate something.
Okay. Awesome. Pookie.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. Do you have any more questions?
Actually, it's more of a question for y'all, actually. Have you all heard, I know I told y'all I'm in the Virginia area. Are you aware that they have this massive, it's like a snakehead tournament up here? It's pretty popular. Have you all looked into that by chance?
I've heard of that. Is that like a snake roundup? I mean, what are y'all doing with that?
Snakehead's
Snakehead is a invasive species fish. It's kind of like, it turned into
way off.
No, but they have this big tournament up here. I was just wondering if you all heard about it or had any future plans, because that's in my area, and if that's the case, I'd swing on by and hang out. But
no, I've never heard of that. You're talking to a guy from South Texas, man, who's rattlesnake roundups and stuff. I thought you were talking about rattlesnake. No, I've never heard of it, but man, if you know anybody in the area that's willing to help us coordinate something up, we'll logistically get some veterans together, and we'll come out and get an annual event going.
Right? That would be a lot of fun.
What is it about? Can you elaborate on it?
I mean, it's like any bass fishing tournament, kind of the same way. But they around the spawning season of the snakehead, they go out and they try to catch the biggest snakehead, and it's pretty much the same concept.
Okay, but yeah, we're definitely. I mean, that'd be awesome. I mean, it's like we did a similar tournament, years ago, and kind of like again, I keep saying under the table, but we've really been kind of on a trial basis for the last few years before we decided to launch this officially. But we've done some smaller tournaments under the table, and without launching Rugged Saints Outdoors, and it's been pretty successful, where we've been able to branch up and link up veterans with certain boats that are willing to sponsor certain veterans and get them out into the water for the day with certain tournaments and reserve certain lakes. But yeah, we're definitely open to suggestions. If somebody wants to lead a project for us, obviously I'm not sure what Brandon may have to say about this as well, but we're definitely open to ideas, because we're definitely looking to expand. The more we can help veterans, the better the organization's going to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We're always looking for new avenues and new opportunities. So, I mean, a lot of our suggestions come from people that we just talk to and say, hey, I know a guy with a ranch, or I know a tournament that's going on. We're always looking for stuff like that to get into.
Y'all do waterfowl or planning to get into it?
We do. We really do. I've actually hosted. I've got a farm actually in Georgia. I've got almost 400 acres here myself, and I've actually hosted a couple people on my farm. I got a little swamp land down here with some ducks, and I've done that myself personally. But I've done a couple things over the past year or so, but like I said, if I'm not going to claim personally, to be the Duck Dynasty, if you will, I'm nowhere near, a Duck Dynasty. But if you got somebody out there that's listening that says, hey, look, I'm the the Sal of Duck Dynasty. I mean, hey, reach out to Brandon and I and say, hey, look, I'd love to, get you on some, birds and ducks, geese, whatever. And I know the best place to do this at, the best, location, and we'll definitely take your lead on it. Cause I mean, I'm a deer hunter, I'm a turkey hunter and a predator hunter. That's my specialty. And that's where I was raised at. I'm not a big waterfowl. I've done some, but like I said, we're always looking for better ways to help veterans. So any volunteer that's out there that's willing to step in and help out, I mean, that's just better for the organization.
I've done duck
Yeah,
hunt.
we've got some guys here from Ducks Unlimited who are willing to help out with waterfowl hunts and things like that too.
That's awesome. Like, I've never actually hunted or, in real life. I've played duck hunt on the TV. Does that count?
You're gonna have to come out to Georgia, girl. I'm telling you, man. I got almost 400 acres out here. Come out here and we'll hang out, have a couple drinks.
Oh, damn.
No, dude, you let me know when. I'll be there.
You too. What do you call you, Pookie? And what do you call him?
Yeah, you got some good hog hunting land out there, then.
Dude, I got hogs. I got swamp land on my south part of my property, brother. You come out too, man. Y'all come out. We'll go hog hunting.
Sounds awesome.
Mom's yelling at her.
Yeah, we
got
we got a ton of hogs out here in Central Texas all of a sudden too. So
right?
I'm actually working on arranging a veteran hunt within the next couple of weeks, kind of an impromptu one.
Really?
For a hog hunt.
Because that's where I'm at.
There you go.
Hey, we can make it happen.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, man. Central Texas has some freaking beast boars out there, man. And they're scary too. They're fun to hunt, but there's some big old boars out there.
Oh yeah,
I put the shotgun, a 12 gauge slug out of a boar shield one time down there in that area.
Nice. Yeah, we've got a couple hundred acres right outside of Fort Hood, so I mean it's flooded with hogs right now. We can definitely get you out there.
That's where it's at, then. Definitely.
I mean, I don't know if this is true or not, but we just PCS'd from Fort Hood about a year ago, but I guess the hunting club on post, you could put your name on a list, and I guess occasionally they'll go out and hunt hogs, and it's like $20, and you get like this whole fucking hog. Is that still true now?
Yeah, they sure do. They trap them all over Fort Hood constantly.
So another question from Facebook Live: are there any restrictions or laws for boar hunting in this
It depends on where you're at, really. In Texas here, you can hunt them all year long. They're an invasive species, so the Parks and Wildlife is begging for people to hunt boars. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot of restrictions on them if you're hunting them.
And I don't think I've been hunting, like I said, all over U.S. and even Europe and a couple, European, state. I guess they call them states. I don't know.
Right.
But as well. But in boar hunting, I don't know of any state, if you will, that really has a season for boar hunting, because they're like Brandon said, they're such a nuisance to farmers and crops and land as a whole. So the wildlife, management system has pretty much opened it up around any time.
Yeah. Freaking. That's awesome. Well, Tex.
Did we lose Hello?
Right.
No, it sounded like it faded out.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
Sweet. I need to get me another drink here in a minute.
That's awesome. Actually, we're about done with your guys' segment. So, any last words that you would like to part with the audience? Now's the time to do it.
Well, thank you guys so much for having us. I mean, this is a big deal for us, being able to get out there and reach a lot of people at one time. We're always looking for volunteers and donations and help of any kind, really, even if it's just tips on landowners who are willing to work with us and let us take veterans out there, maybe companies that are willing to sponsor us. Anything and everything helps. It's even the smallest thing to you is such a big deal to us. So check out our Facebook, Rugged Saints Outdoors, and also our website, ruggedsaints.org.
Awesome.
Yeah. And that's awesome, though. And like I said, just a caveat on what Brandon said is obviously throwing out the website information is we do run strictly 100% off of donations. We, like I said, every one of us has a 9-to-5 job. We don't do this full time. None of us are pulling in a paycheck on this. We're all doing this volunteer. We're doing this out of our hearts because, we're all veterans. We love, our nation's heroes. We love, helping our fellow veterans out and to get out in the outdoors. And we're all outdoorsmen and nature seeking, individuals ourselves. So we just want to help each other out. And that's why we do what we do. So if we don't have support of our communities and our veterans, the communities of the veterans that, the veterans that live in those communities, then we're not able to do what we do. So if you're out there and you're listening to us and, please follow, like Brandon said, follow our Facebook page. We're going to be posting when our hunts are and where they're at and stuff. And, if you feel your heart's leading you to donate to us and help us out, thank you. And, we appreciate it. Every little bit helps. I mean, whether it be product, whether it be financial, whether it be, whatever it may be, We're always willing, like even volunteers. If you want to volunteer, we're not going to turn you down. I mean, because we're all in this to help veterans for one mission, one cause.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, you guys, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight.
We appreciate you having us.
Of course, I enjoyed it. So, but all right, you guys, hold on really quickly. Don't go anywhere, and then everyone else, we shall be right back after this break. So yeah, enjoy the music and shit. I don't know, go get another drink.
Hell yeah.
Yourself that everything's gonna be alright. Can you feel that? There's a fire burning deep inside. Take the chance, get a better stance, and leave who you are behind. Who you are behind. Just follow your own light and find your place in the sun. Be who you are and don't get beat up or anyone. They can't take away the strength within you. Don't give up now, you've got to seize this moment. And what do you say when all the guilt has faded away? Will you give yourself a chance to say everything's gonna be okay? Can you see that there's not a thing that you can change? Forget the shame, stop taking the blame, and leave who you are behind. Who you are behind. Just follow your own light and find your place in the sun. Be who you are and don't get beat up or anyone. They can't take away the strength within you. Don't give up now, you've got to seize this moment. You've got to seize this moment. Find the strength within yourself. You've got to seize this Just follow your own light and find your place in the sun. Because that's how this game called life can be won. You've got all you need, it's right in front of you. The time is now and this is your moment. Just follow your own light and find your place in the sun. Be who you are, don't get beat up or anyone. They can't take away the strength within you. The time is now and this is your moment. To find your place in the sun.
Broadcasting live from the basement of a Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
walking on shells. This feeling that love conquers everything else. Until you reach the point in There was a failure to communicate. So set to leave, but we were forced to wait. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end, it's over. I'm finally sober. I'm finally sober. My only demon, my only regret is that I left you with scars so that you'll never forget. Sick of forgiving my mistakes and my faults. Shattered your glass heart to millions when I ripped it apart. There's nothing left. Love is gone. So there was a failure to communicate. So set to leave, but we were forced to wait. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end, it's over. I'm finally sober. I'm finally sober. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end, it's over. I'm finally sober. I'm finally sober. There was a failure to communicate. So set to leave, but we were forced to wait. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end, it's over. I'm finally sober.
Saving how he needs that support to keep his roof from caving, holding tight on that 45 as a tear drops from his eye. Picturing his mom is all that's kept him alive, cause he's buried his friends and he's buried his thoughts. Suppress these demons inside until his stomach's in knots. I see you on your knees, so please let me give you hell. Pick you up, lift you up and put you on that.
Oh, here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to part 3 of Friday Night Freedom. Dude, I'm so excited. Like, can't talk right now. I'm so excited. There we go. To, like, hang out with these guys and go hunting. And, like, especially here, you know, Texas. Because who doesn't enjoy bacon? Right? Even though it's wild boar, but whatever. I'm sure my dog will like it.
Yeah, you don't really get bacon off of wild pig.
Right? Not so much boar.
Yeah, well, yeah, the bacon. The bacon. I mean, it's fat. You know, I don't know how to explain it.
But yeah. Ugh. Goodness. All right, Pooks. What you got for me? On the spot, huh?
I got that deer in the headlight look right now.
He does, actually. He does. Okay, so right now I'm dog sitting. Technically, my dogs right now. So Hooker and Apollo are actually at the house. Come here, say hi. Everyone has been asking about you. Come here. Come here. Hello. Say hi. But yeah, so I'm so excited to have my puppy back. I've missed him.
I can hear him.
You can go now. You're so handsome.
You're so handsome. Go away.
Right, yeah. Don't breathe into the mic. Oh, he's so cute. I've missed these dogs, especially even Hooker. Jenna, ugh, that fucking dog. She's such a sweetheart. I wish I had them.
Like when I see videos of like puppies running around, I'm like, oh, like I want all of them. I'd be like, not the crazy cat lady. I'd be like the crazy dog dude.
Yes, no, that's me. Like I had a coworker today show me a thing in the newspaper of like local animals up for adoption, and I was like, you can't show me that. And she was like, why? And I was like, because I want them all. Like I will go there and I will get them all.
I have dogs run all over the place. I love dogs. Dogs are like my favorite animal on the planet.
Right? And then you had a cat adopt you.
Yeah, and I don't like cats.
Right? But you like this cat.
I tolerate the cat. I don't like it. I just tolerate it.
No, you totally love it. You let it cuddle with you.
It don't. I don't cuddle with it. It cuddles with me.
Yeah, but you allow it to happen.
Because I'm not a mean-spirited person.
Hi. You are all up. Hello, baby. Say hi. Say hi. Hello. 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 That's enough. I know. You're so handsome. You're so handsome. Oh, right on the titty. Ew.
That could be like phrased so wrong.
Well, he like fucking swatted his paw right down. Titty.
Cletus does that too.
Right? Ugh.
Like anytime he wants to, it's just that paw, like, Mom, hey, bam.
Right. Oh, Bladen's back.
He's been back. He's been here all night.
Oh, I haven't been paying attention. Is he being a dick right now?
No, actually, he's been very well behaved tonight.
Well, that's good. But he does. Ooh, he wants to talk about net neutrality thing.
Interesting.
All right, we can go there.
Pookie.
You can go there. What do you want? I mean, what do you want to know about it? I mean, it's a good thing. I mean, the internet worked perfectly fine before the government decided to stick his dick in the cookie jar. So, I mean, all right.
Right. All right. So, Bladen, if you want to call in, you can call in.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to call in and debate this with me.
That's right. War Horses are fucking our partner. War Horses for Veterans. They were on Fox News today.
I totally missed that.
I did too because I was at work. I'm so sorry, Miss Pat.
I don't have cable, so I missed it too.
You don't.
But no, I know freaking. I know War Horses. They were on NBC not too long ago, right? They were on around Thanksgiving, and then now they're on Fox News. Y'all are getting like big. This is awesome. I'm really enjoying watching you guys grow and like becoming nationally known. And I really want to come back, Miss Pat. I want to come back.
Didn't I swear last night I was reading the comments. Miss Pat said something about they got a indoor? Is a sheltered facility now?
Yeah,
and like
no,
being able to do 365 or something like that?
They've built an arena, like an enclosed arena, and I really want to go.
I still haven't been there, and I would love to go.
Miss Pat, can I sponsor Pookie? Can we come back, please, Miss Pat? Hell yeah, she says we can come back. So
All right, cool.
That's the boss. That's the big boss lady. So now I just have to apply and be like, Miss Pat said I could come back. Should probably screenshot this and send it in with my application. They're about to build the arena. What? Oh my God! Yes, I need some summer in my life. I miss that horse.
I haven't been horseback riding in like 10 years. It's getting crazy.
Dude, I miss it so much.
What are you doing for the new year?
I am on call, actually. So I have to be very minimal in my drinking.
Interesting.
As in only 2 drinks. Because
That sucks. I ain't doing anything, so you got more going on than I got going on.
Right.
I'm not doing anything.
Right, exactly, Miss Pat. Summer's the best. He really is. That's like the best horse out there. Bladen, if you're gonna be a dick, like recently I've had to like ban some bitches out of my fucking chat room. If you're gonna be a dick, you might be the next victim. So stop. Just saying. Bladen, let's fight. Last time we got into a fight, you fucking org, you fucking wouldn't call in, so there's no point.
Yeah, I can't debate with you if you're not going to talk to me.
But yeah, so anyways, back to War Horses for Veterans. They are an absolutely amazing organization, you guys. Specifically for combat veterans, so you have to have deployed in order to be able to go there. You need your DD-214, and they take care of all the expenses. They pay for your flight out there. They put you up in this awesome hotel. And oh yeah, Miss Pat, totally you can call in. So let's see. Do I think I actually have you on Skype, so hold on. Mom.
I'm working on it.
Oh,
I'm
there you
sending
are.
her the number.
That's the hey girl, hey.
Hey girl, hey.
Is it sad that I think I did that more feminine than you did?
You did though. You really did. It was good though.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see if we can get Miss Pat on here. Miss Pat, you just called the number right there. Hi. You're so handsome.
That's what she said.
That's what I did just say. But yeah, freaking
I don't think I ever said that like to one of my dogs. I usually call them turds.
Well, that's because you're mean.
Well, I'd say, hey, turd, and they'd start wagging their tails, so I'm not being mean.
I really do. I hope Miss Pat calls in because honestly, like, I cannot speak highly enough, high enough, there we go, of War Horses for Veterans and just their entire organization and what they stand for, how they help people, like specifically combat veterans. Like, they do absolutely amazing work, and I want to go back. so badly.
You got to go. I didn't get to
know.
experience it.
Ugh, my nose itches.
I totally want to go and check out this summer horse that everyone keeps talking about.
Oh my God, he's amazing.
He loves Bobby.
He does. He tried to bite Bobby's dick off. It was great. WTF Nation Radio, you are on the air. Who's this?
It's Pat.
Miss Pat!
Oh my goodness.
Hi!
How are you?
Good, how are you?
We're doing great.
That's awesome. So tell me all about what you guys did.
So, we got on the Today Show.
Uh-huh.
And we raised a ton of money. And we were just on Fox this morning. So we're building this indoor facility so that we can operate year-round, 365 days. And because right now we're closed for the winter in Kansas City. So we're going to build this building. We're going to build this indoor arena with an extra room on it, like a rumpus room for the guys and gals to cook and shower and, play and whatnot. It's going to be a great facility.
Right?
So we're super psyched.
Right? Oh my gosh. So Kaz just said that he would sleep in the stalls and shovel poop for another chance to be there. And I totally agree. I would totally I'll rent out a stall.
We had so much fun when you guys were here.
Oh my God, so
Even
did
though
we.
we broke the window.
Right? I kind of feel like this needs to happen again.
Well, it's always a good party when something gets broken, right?
Exactly. That window took 4 months to get fixed.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
At least so we didn't break it.
No, Patrick broke it.
Right? Yes. Let's just throw this out there. It was not anyone from WTF Nation Radio. Right? Gotta clarify.
We did not break it.
Right.
Our director broke it.
Mm-hmm. True story. But no.
So things are going great, and we are so excited. And now we're going to start a couples program. We're going to start a spouses program in the spring.
Oh.
Where we're going to bring in veterans and their spouses, males and females with their spouses, and run a couples program.
That's
and
awesome.
We are super stoked about it.
That's amazing. So is it
it's going to be great.
Is it going to be kind of along the same I guess what's guidance as
it's going to be with the horses and with us.
You understand what I'm trying to get at.
Same lines as our regular program, but we also have a new gal on board who's an Equus horse trainer, and she'll be working with the spouses as well. And I think it's going to be fantastic.
Oh, that sounds so awesome.
A lot of our veterans do not have great marriages.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be a great program to help the marriages and help them communicate. I think it's going to be fantastic. I really do.
Yeah, no, oh my gosh, especially if they're able to reconnect while they're up there, because I know one of the big things is there's just so much distance between them, maybe not physically, but in every other sense of the word, and so maybe it'll give them a chance to reconnect with each other.
Well, and how easy it is to connect here, because it's so quiet and it's so peaceful.
Yes.
It's easy.
Yeah, very much so. yeah. I don't think any of us wanted to actually leave.
It is a peaceful environment, so we'll see. We'll test it out. We'll try it out several different ways, which is what we've been doing for the past 3 years just with the combat veterans. So now for the next 3 years, we'll be trying it out with spouses. I mean, it's a learning experience.
Yeah.
So we'll figure it out.
It's going to be good. Friggin', but yeah, so besides, this, so on your interview today with Fox, like, what did you guys talk about?
Well, they interviewed Patrick and Jeremy, a veteran who had been through the program.
Mm-hmm.
And they had written down questions, and so they answered the questions that were written down, and it went on Fox, and then it went to MSN.com, and then that was syndicated, so it went to a gazillion different online places.
Oh, that's
and it was just about the program.
Mm-hmm.
And, basically it was come, apply, be accepted, be flown in, work with the horses, work with other veterans, establish your camaraderie with the other veterans and the horses. And if you're looking for a job, we find you a job.
Right.
I mean, a lot of the guys that come in are active, and a lot are retired, but some are looking for jobs. So we have literally found 100% of the veterans who have been looking for jobs. I mean, they haven't, well, most all of them have taken the jobs, but we've had like maybe 2 out of, I don't know how many, a lot, who have not wanted to relocate.
Mm-hmm.
So they haven't taken the job. But for the most part, every veteran who's come through has taken the jobs that they wanted.
Yeah. So we actually have a question in Facebook Live. What about single combat vets that are having a hard time with relationship building?
That's fine. I mean, we take any combat vet. So single, married, divorced, not a problem. All they have to do is apply.
Right? It's literally, it's that easy. Like, and then
It is that easy.
You submit your DD
All
214 and
all expenses are paid. I mean, they just have to apply.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah. Pookie.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. Like, we've got Miss Pat on the phone. I know.
I know. I've talked to Miss Pat a million times with Jay Ready. How you been?
Hi, Pookie.
It's nice to hear you again.
All is good here.
Good. You guys said, like, getting ready for winter. Is it supposed to be bad up there? I don't know what Kansas gets like in winter.
It gets cold.
We get bad, but we've had a very mild winter so far.
Oh, that's good.
I still want to, like, show up to your place when they're doing horseshoeing, the ferrying, because I want to watch that.
You can come, you can watch, you can do it all.
Right? You guys are just, and it's, I know one of the big things that really made a huge impression, especially on me, is just how, like, this is your home, Miss Pat. Like, it's not just some random, like, barn or structure or, like, ranch that you go to. You go to Miss Pat's house. And she and her husband.
That is correct.
Like, you guys are so welcoming and, like, so warm to everybody who comes in there. And, like, you just make it, everyone feels so comfortable and, like, welcome. Like, oh, yeah, you want to go in the pool? There it is. You want some snacks? There they are. Grab them yourself.
It was kind of like going to a family member's house that you have not seen in a long time.
We are sort of veteran lovers.
Yeah. But
I hear the food's really good out that way.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Them beans.
It was so good.
Those smokestack beans. Oh God, Amy.
Right? Oh my goodness.
So funny.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree, Cause. I think, Miss Pat, you would love Pookie in person. Like, I don't know if you've seen
I don't know.
pictures.
I'm getting kind of old and tired now.
Miss Pat.
Ooh. You made me blush a little bit there. Oh.
Where's Ice when you need him? Woo woo woo.
I can't do that. Woo woo.
Right. Friggin'. Well, Miss Pat, thank you so much for calling in.
You are so welcome.
All right, you have a great, fantastic Christmas, and Happy New Year and Happy Hanukkah, and Blessed Yule and all those other ones.
You guys too. Love you guys.
Love you too, Miss Pat.
We love y'all.
Talk to you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, I love her.
Yeah.
Like seriously, she's like your.
I haven't met her in person, and I love her already.
Right? She's like your aunt that is like your favorite aunt, and you're like, oh, I get to go to her house. Friggin', that's Miss Pat.
I would so love to go out there, though. I put my application in, and it was too late in the year for me to go out there.
Yeah, I think once spring starts rolling around, like, yeah, it's like, tornado season up there, but worth it. So I'm going to be...
Just bring lawn chairs and beer.
Right? Apparently, that's all you got to do. And then, literally everything in your wardrobe, because it can go from like being super nice out to being crappy out within the same like 5-minute period. So you never know what you need to wear. But yeah, it's kind of intense. But all right, Pookie, talk to us about net neutrality.
I can beat on the dead horse more if you want me to, but I mean, the internet, is supposed to be not working right now, and apparently we're all talking perfectly together and everything. So, I mean, the naysayers can naysay all they want to, but right. I mean, here we are, still talking on the internet.
I've actually worked with my plastic surgeon this week, and he's definitely a libertarian. Like, he's socially liberal, but fiscally conservative.
That's kind of like where I fall, except I'm a little bit more conservative with things than most libertarians. So.
Right. So he kind of put it in a way where I could understand it, because, I'm no fucking subject matter expert on this. So he said, think of it as though you own like a pet rock website, and like you're just so fascinated with pet rocks, and you're constantly uploading pictures of pet rocks, and you've got a shit ton of followers who are emotionally invested in like pictures and videos of your pet rocks. And at first he kind of lost me, because I was like, pet rocks.
Oh, that's a thing these days again, by the way.
Right, and we can't gender them because that's frowned upon. But he was saying, so with net neutrality, no matter which internet provider you as the company owner use, everyone who comes to your website is going to get the same amount of, same speed as of like broadband or whatever, right? But apparently now that net neutrality's gone, the way he's explained it to me is that some of the followers of my page, if we're on the same internet provider, then, they'll still get the same service. But if they're not on the same internet provider, then they can cause like some slowing down or my internet provider can charge them extra to view my content, or can charge me to allow other internet providers to view my content. I don't know. That's how he kind of broke it down for me. And I'm still just kind of not sure about it.
The best way to break it down pretty much is, yes, that could happen. Yes, I mean, that's a free market. I mean, they are providing that service to you. They can do whatever the hell they want. Yeah. But the end result is the user stops paying for your service. So, I mean, it's like pretty much like open market. The open market is a fickle thing, but it always fixes its own issues. It don't need help. It'll fix itself.
Yeah. And like, that's what I said. And because I kept like questioning him. I was like, well, wouldn't that then, promote capitalism in that, now you've got people who can actually compete with different prices. And like,
that's exactly it.
And it's not just a monopolized price, and no matter who your provider is, you're almost given a free rein to change up your provider based off of cost and what they can do for you and what they can offer you for your money.
Well, I mean, you heard the argument, like, I've only got one service provider in my area, blah, 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 and 90% of the people saying that don't realize they do have more options. I say I don't have internet in my area, but I mean, I got that crappy satellite option, and I'm not going to go for it. Nah, I'm not going to pay for that junk.
See, I was in the same boat, like, because where my house is, and like not too far, from Fort Hood and Kempner, all we had was either DSL, and it was like the slowest fucking DSL, quote unquote, to them was the fastest in the area, or the like outrageously priced satellite internet.
Right.
And that sucks. And I know what you're talking about, Pookie. It just fucking sucks.
Well, I mean, I'm in that situation, but honestly, like, you do have choices. These companies will compete for your business. Now that it's open, like, okay, cool. I'm a small internet service provider. I can't provide that kind of bandwidth. I'll charge people who use these things. It makes sense, really. I mean, okay, you only check out Facebook and email. Cool. Buy the basic package.
Right.
Or B, I stream and I use 50 billion gazillion terabytes a month. You're going to buy the high-end package. But it makes it so the little guy that's not using that much ain't paying the same as everyone else, pretty much.
Right. But yeah, I don't know. Just like, again, I don't really have an opinion either way because my internet still works just fine. My streaming works just fine. Like, if I lived, I think, in the boonies of Washington State, which is where my dad lives, he has satellite internet, which,
it sucks.
On a good day is unreliable. And then on a shitty and cloudy day, which, let's face it, it's Eastern Washington. There's a lot of those. On a shitty, cloudy day, there is no such thing as internet. And so
I kind of equate the whole satellite internet as to your data on cell phone, which we all know that's not the greatest thing. If you're trying to, stream a bunch of shit on your computer and on your TV and your Xbox and all those other platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's like that. I lived in a place, I had satellite internet for a while, and I had to be very conscious about what kind of data I used, like how many videos, like, I'm going to watch a movie tonight. I'd wait till Friday nights to watch a movie on Netflix. It sucks, but that's the truth about people in rural areas. But these people live in this. Most of these people that are bitching live in a city where they've got their choice between Verizon, FiOS, AT&T, what's it, Uverse, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
They have options.
Yeah, but it's just they don't want to look into that because they want it all to be the same. Because everything has to be equal these days.
Oh yeah, well when you do that, you screw the market up, and everyone winds up paying the same price over the price. No one should pay more than $50. No one should pay $150 a month for internet. It shouldn't. And my prediction is, in the next 5 years, you'll see the prices of internet drop. You will have packages like, oh, your extreme gaming package. Yeah, you're going to pay $100 a month for it. But like little old grandma sitting down the road is going to be able to check her AOL account out.
Or her Hotmail.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm happy that I have it right now because I know Pookie, you might know of me. It's like my shit took a shit. My modem router, whatever. I'm not. I guess technologically inclined on this stuff. So we went out today and bought our own shit and made it work.
My shit took a shit, so I went out and bought some shit. And now my shit is working.
Exactly.
My shit's working now.
Yeah, I think I actually tried to help you troubleshoot, and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'll let your husband figure it out, pretty much.
Yeah, I'll let this say Taco figure it out.
Oh my goodness. So I found an article about your favorite person ever, Pookie.
And who would this be?
Hillary Clinton.
Okay.
I know, extreme sarcasm about that. So apparently, Attorney General Jeff Sessions has reopened investigations into Uranium-1.
Okay.
And so what they're saying is what investigators find may carry heavy implications for Hillary Clinton. So the Department of Justice has started interviewing FBI agents about what they found during their investigation into the Uranium-1 deal in 2010. Secret recordings and emails dating to 2009, which were released in October, revealed that the FBI had a mole within the Russian nuclear industry who documented the Kremlin's efforts to bribe and extort Americans for the stake in U.S. companies tied to atomic energy. The Clinton Foundation reportedly earned millions of dollars from the plot. So despite the FBI's discovery of the Russian plot, the Obama administration allowed the transaction to proceed in 2010, enabling Russia's state atomic energy company to procure a large percentage of stock in U.S. uranium mining facilities. Hillary Clinton, who was then the Secretary of State, led the State Department, which approved the deal along with 9 other agencies. According to NBC News, officials from the Justice Department promised Congress to examine whether it was necessary to establish a special counsel to fully investigate the uranium deal. What they find may bring about charges against the players involved, which may include Hillary Clinton and former President Obama. The interviews aren't Congress's only angle of approach into the issue. The Senate recently interviewed the Russian lobbyist turned FBI informant who provided investigators with information about the Russian government's plans for the U.S. atomic industry. Senate Republicans are investigating Clinton's role in approving the deal, which included a bribery and kickback scheme that rewarded its players with millions of dollars. So President Trump has publicly highlighted Uranium-1 as the biggest story that fake media doesn't want to follow. He asked why the Justice Department had not yet investigated the Clintons for their role in this deal.
Everyone thought I was batshit crazy come like four years ago, maybe around the time frame when I started bringing this up. And it's funny that this is coming to light now.
Oh, you mean how shady this deal was?
Oh no, like okay, I'm the tinfoil hat kind of guy. I pay attention to things because sometimes conspiracies turn out to be true. You pay attention, you do your research, and you weigh it out, right? Well, this right here, though, I mean, when I saw it and I started researching, I was like, holy crap, how the hell is these people not in jail right now?
I don't know.
It's kind of like who you know and not what you know. I don't know. Maybe they're sucking dick pretty good.
Dude, but that's why I'm telling you, like, Pookie, I think you and I have had this talk about this whole, like, Clinton thing.
It's the Clintons.
They sold her. They're the modern day Kennedys, if you want to say. You know, like get away with murder.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
transfer classified information over a public system. You know, the whole kind of thing.
I mean, you know, they do seem, everyone who seems to be close to them but then defects does seem to commit suicide by shooting themselves twice in the back of the head.
In the back of the head.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, we're all in the same boat here. All right.
It's true.
Yeah, it's very true. And, you know, like, I honestly think the media has been bought out. I really do. That's why I don't listen to most mainstream media. And, like, I don't think anything will ever happen to these people. I really don't. They're too powerful.
Well, no. I mean, this is coming out to light. And there was something brought up with Jeff Sessions and how, you know, with their uranium deal and other things.
Mm-hmm.
And it still seems like nobody's being charged with anything or investigated. I'm kind of at the point, like, do we really want to waste more tax dollars on this or what? What do we do now? Like, it's almost like, fuck it.
I mean, the FBI has been, like, blowing tax dollars on this, what's it, the vote, the presidential vote being rigged by the Russians somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not paying attention to this, you know.
Well, I mean, yeah, you know, don't mind the man behind the curtain.
Or don't, like, you know, pay attention to the right hand while, you know, but the left hand is doing something else.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the FBI has been known for its great things, you know, like ignoring the Orlando shooter, ignoring 9/11. You know, I can keep going on all day long, but, you know, the FBI does a great job.
I don't know, yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, Pookie.
You can get me going on that, but, you know, I honestly, like, the one campaign promise that D. Treasy came out with was like, if I was president, you'd be in jail. I'm still waiting on it.
Right? So far, that is one campaign thing that he has not, you know.
I think it might be a little bit harder for him to do than what he probably realized what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably.
If that makes sense.
So I would love to see that because, you know, like, I mean, like, how many people can perjure themselves? Talking about old Swick Willie, you know, I did not have sexual relations with a woman, you know, and then just straight up get away with it. You know, it's been an ongoing thing since the 96 time frame, 90 time frame.
Yeah.
Probably 94.
Wasn't
yeah.
94? Yeah. Those things take time from cause.
Oh yeah, they take decades. You know, she'll be like 6 feet under before they actually do push charges.
I saw a video today of, like, you know, 5 different times God tried to kill Hillary Clinton.
Careful here, because, like, we might wind up dead tomorrow if we keep talking on this. You know,
right?
I doubt it.
No, because I don't know any of her secrets, so therefore, yeah, right? If I somehow end up dead and they rule it a suicide, I'm not suicidal. So I'm throwing that out
I'm
there.
definitely not suicidal. I'm putting it out there right now. If I wind up dead by quote unquote suicide, yeah.
Right.
But I have secrets, but I'm not going to keep them out.
But no,
go ahead.
No, what was I going to say? Yeah, so, like, the first time God tried to kill Hillary Clinton, like, she and then President Bill Clinton were doing, like, some sort of on-air interview, and a light fixture almost fell on her head. Like, it hit her shoulder. It was hilarious. And then it was, another one was, like, her seizures that she would have, like, while she was, you know, campaigning. Another one was her coughing fits. That time she tripped and fell boarding the plane. Which has honestly turned into like one of my favorite like gifs ever. And then
is that the one where Donald Trump's throwing a football and
yeah.
it's trying to make it hit?
It hits her in the back of the head and she falls forward. Yes. And then the other one is when she like fainted getting into that van in New York City. And they were like, "Oh, it's heat exhaustion." When it was not humid and it was like 70 degrees outside. But yeah, okay, well, it's heat exhaustion. I'm not a doctor, but I'm calling your bullshit.
I think they both have AIDS.
Nah, that's kind of too kind for them.
No, I mean, look at like old Slick Willie. Like, look how he looks now, man. He like looks all like,
But how old is he right now? What, in his 70s?
He and Donald Trump are the same age.
Yeah.
Oh
and Donald
my
Trump
God.
looks
Okay,
younger.
never mind. Never mind.
Look at who he's married to, though. Like,
yeah,
you
if I
would,
was married to Hillary,
you would age terribly too if you were married to that fucking hag. Like, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah, I'll give you that.
Like,
I'll give you that.
you would look like you're begging for Ebola too. So
or to die.
Right?
Everyone has AIDS.
Like, honestly, everybody has AIDS.
Oh, I got that song stuck in my head.
AIDS.
Freaking my one doc that I work with will play that song anytime we have an HIV positive patient.
Oh.
He'll send it to me.
I couldn't be in the room. I couldn't be in the room.
And he's like, "This is our patient tomorrow." I'm like, "Oh boy, everybody has AIDS."
This is a sick sense of humor, but I like it.
Dude, if you only knew. Like, I have to kind of like warn people before they meet him. Like, he's kind of out there. He's speaks his mind, but he's good people.
Yeah. That's legit.
Right? But yeah, like we like this is the same doc who like we started talking about like, you know, anal sex at like 7:30 in the morning. And like who this Monday we played Never Have I Ever. Like that's what it turned into, was an OR game of Never Have I Ever.
Oh my God, I can picture you all like over like some like open like chest cavity talking about Never Have I Ever while you're working on someone.
One, it was a foot. Let's just throw that out there. I don't do chest stuff.
I was just kind of thinking about the game Operation Chest Cavity Open, you know.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was one of my patients today.
Oh.
Patient had like 400 mics of motherfucking propofol, right? Which that's gonna put down a cow.
Was he the size of a cow?
No. But we did something like we're working on the hand, and the doc did something like cut something, and the patient like grabbed my hand. I screamed because I'm like, you shouldn't be moving. Stop.
Ooh, that's scary.
When they grab you,
because I've heard like stories about people that like go under and they don't go under properly, and they're like awake the whole time, but they can't move or scream or anything. They just have to feel the pain.
I've woke up before in the middle of a surgery. Thankfully, they realized that, and I went back under.
Yeah, no, like, you know, we're pretty quick. Like, you know, if there's any sort of reaction to anything that we're doing, such as, you know, patient trying to like move their limb away from what we're doing, we're like, oh, they're awake. So then we'll stop and we'll wait for anesthesia to like do their thing, and then we'll double check and be like, are we good to keep going? Like, You know, because this is America and we don't want to actually like torture our patients. You know, like we don't want them to actually feel anything. So, you know, there's that. But does it happen ever? I mean, I would be lying if I said that it never happened. The chances, though, of it actually happening are super, super slim.
See, that's why I'm scared of going to the doctors.
Don't be scared. It's nothing to be scared of.
They have good drugs.
We do. We have the best ones. Especially if you come to see me. Like, one, you just won't even remember that you met me. Nobody remembers me. But that's all right. Friggin'. Oh, Mom, I need a recipe.
What kind of recipe? I may be able to help you.
Something for, because, you know, I work on Christmas. And so I'm thinking about bringing in, like, some sort of breakfast dish.
Okay. Like, what time do you go on Christmas?
7.
In the morning?
Yes.
So you want something easy.
That's why I said breakfast.
Well, I know. I'm just...
Yeah, no,
deviled
exactly.
eggs. You can never go wrong with deviled eggs.
Okay.
No, but no, yes, exactly.
No.
A patient did grab my ass like twice, and then like the first time I thought it was like just a mistake, but then when he fucking did it again and like kind of gave it a little squeeze, like oh, excuse me, but you know they're heavily drugged, so it's just, whatever.
I kind of have an idea. Have you ever had bread pudding?
No, that sounds disgusting.
It's actually pretty damn good.
It is, but it's not going to be the sweet type. It's going to be the savory type. This is kind of what I'm making for Christmas Day. I'm taking like some old stale bread. It doesn't have to be old, or it's like a hard bread. You break it up, you mix it up with some like an egg mixture, and then what I'm going to do like the night before is I'm going to fry up some sausage and bacon. And then I'm going to add that to it with the egg mixture and some shredded cheddar cheese, and then throw it in the oven on 350 for 15 minutes. And then voila, it's like this breakfasty bread and cheese and egg and bacon type of dish.
You should do like French toast and then add it in.
I mean, fuck it. Why not? I mean, it'll still be good.
Right, maybe. Exactly. All I said is a fruit tray. All right. Well, it's
always
that
take shrimp to the potlucks.
Right. Pookie.
I'll send you a recipe.
Pookie.
Okay.
Pookie.
Yeah. It's that time, ain't it?
It is. I want you to go through the show lineup.
Okay.
You
Let's
totally
see,
got
tomorrow.
this. Just wait. You got this. Just remember, do it slow.
I gotta do it slow. Yes, I got you. Tomorrow we have Saturday Night Savagery. That's Jay Reddy and me. We pretty much talk about everything. We get savage. Saturday Night Savagery. That's what we do it. Sunday, we got the Green Room. All our shows actually start at 2000 Eastern Standard Time. That's 8 p.m. for y'all. I don't do the military time thing. But Monday, we got a Monday edition with Ice. Tuesday, we got Tied Up Tuesdays with the Minx and the Gray Cloud, which you broke like Gray Cloud this last time, didn't you?
He broke.
I think you broke them. Wednesdays are kind of like bye day, you know, whatever. There's things that might happen. Just pay attention. Thursday we got Sergeant's Time with Ice and all the military knowledge guys. These guys know everything about the military. If you want to know about current events in the Army, listen to Sergeant's Time. Friday, we're back to Friday again, and this is the show right now. Oh yeah, I forgot. The holiday schedule's coming up. We might not have some shows coming up. But Monday's Christmas, so I don't know if we're doing a show.
No, we're not because, well, I mean, some of us like me, Mom, who would usually be on Christmas, have to cook.
Right.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
But it's also
the
Christmas.
holiday schedule's weird.
Right. And then we also have on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do have an afternoon show called Jose's Taco Truck, and that's with KJ. Our next guest and our final guest of the year, actually, is going to be on Tuesday, the day after Christmas, and that is going to be Brittany Kennard. So Brittany, who is a veteran that was injured in Iraq, will be on to talk about the SD Gunner Fund and what they do for veterans and disabled children. The SD Gunner Fund was created to assist veterans and disabled children with the financial expense of owning much-needed service animals. Service animals require a variety of necessary items in order to perform their service. Those items can include, but are not limited to, vests, custom harnesses, and other assistance items, veterinary visits, and much more. So that is going to be on Tuesday. So I'm excited.
Your show.
Yeah. Right? For a while there, I was thinking that our front desk was a little biased because, you know, all the guests were on Mondays and Thursdays. I was like, the fuck? Spread that shit out.
It's the days they pick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, I know.
No one wants to do doggo shows with minks.
Wait, no. They love to do.
Right?
Like, never
I've done
mind.
a couple.
I'll just go in my corner.
But no, that does it for our show tonight, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And, you know, we got to talk to Tex and Brandon from Rugged Saints Outdoors. So that was an awesome interview. I cannot wait to see where they go. I can't wait to fucking see if I lost in this raffle. Seriously.
Got to talk to Miss Pat from Warhorse too.
Right? But no, seriously, I've had the worst luck with raffles this year. Ugh.
The trick with raffles is trying to buy as many tickets as you can.
Right? Yeah, no. Well, like I did this tree festival thing here. That was like a fundraiser for CTC. Right? I don't know. But yeah, and you know, I got 200 and some odd tickets, and I pretty much dumped them all in one basket. I still didn't fucking win it. I was like, God damn it.
Oh, that sucks.
I was like, what the fuck? And then on another raffle at work, there was a 1 terabyte Xbox One, and I was like, oh, I want it. Not that I need it for myself because I've already got one, but so that way I could then give it to somebody else. And I put 50 fucking tickets in there, which cost me, that much money. And I was like, God damn it, I didn't win that one either. I was like, what the fuck?
See, the last
but it goes to a good cause.
I mean,
yes.
I guess. No, it does, though.
There's always a bonus to that.
Right. But, all right, you guys, have a safe weekend. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night for Saturday Night Savagery. I believe Jay Reddy's going to be doing a show. But, again, it's holiday schedule, so we don't know. And then I don't think there's actually going to be a show on Sunday just because it is Christmas Eve. So, yeah. So the next show for sure is going to be Tuesday and tomorrow. So have an awesome weekend, you guys, and we will see you here soon. Bye.
Bye.
Merry Christmas, shots.
All right, bye, Felicia.
Inside of all the guilt we try to hide, and faces the lies. And I will never give into all the shit that life has put on you. The past will stay where it will die and bring an end into this goddamn lie. I've already given up on you, but never giving up on me. The flies eat away at every day that's lost and left to rot away. And your eyes leave trails of panting emptiness. Your feelings for me will digress. And I will never give into all the shit that